The abyss is opened, and then begins the first woe as locusts are released upon the world, darkening the sun and moon. The locusts eat the produce until there is nothing left, not even a single grain or wine offering. The earth begins to suffer through a famine caused by the locust. Here, the locust could be literal, but since the locust and the beast that rules over buying and selling both come from the pit, we can be assured that the locusts are merchants. Somehow, the merchants have used up all the resources. The sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, "Loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates." The altar of incense burns in behalf of those who long for the kingdom. The angel blows his trumpet to loose the four angels surrounding Babylon on the Euphrates River. Babylon must be broken so that the kingdom can rise. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. If we calculate the time given, we have 1 year, or 365 days, and 1 month, which makes it 395 days, and 1 day, which is 396 days, plus 1 hour. This leaves about 4 days until the 400th day. In Hebrew, 400 is the tau, the sign of completion. The four angels plan to slay 1/3 of the population. In today's terms, that is over 2.5 billion people. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. Horses always denote a swift change. Here, 200 million horsemen are released. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire and jacinth and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. And by these three were the third part of men killed, by fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. The fiery breastplate and the blue sapphire stone identifies these horsemen as being angels of Jehovah. The army of Jehovah is often depicted as fiery, and the throne of Jehovah is a jacinth or sapphire stone. The jacinth is the deepest blue, with the brimstone appearing as a bright canary yellow, the color of sulfur or brimstone. The heads of the horses hold authority, and cleansing fire issues out of their mouth. When they speak, people hear and understand the truth. The same image is used to describe the two witnesses who prophesy, and when someone hurts them, fire proceeds out of their mouth, killing them. Here, death is a conversion from following the beast from the pit to following Jehovah and Jesus Christ. Therefore, the third killed by the horsemen are actually converted to following Jehovah. Paul often advised people to kill the flesh, but become alive in the spirit. In fact, the two witnesses who prophesy and die at the hands of the beast are the second woe. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents, and their heads, and with them they do hurt. The true power of the horsemen is in the words from their mouth. They also have tails, the lowest part, which operates the same as the serpents. For Jehovah, the least part is the footstool, or the physical universe. For the horsemen, their lowest part is at the level of the serpent, which comes from the abyss. Now, the abyss is open, and the serpent is on dry land, or in the physical universe. The tail of the horseman may stop at the level above the earth realm, in Yetzirah, or come all the way into the physical plane, like Satan and his angels. It is interesting to note that 1/3 of humanity are killed by words, which sting them like scorpion tails. They're not dying a literal death, but they put to death their baser nature, the nature of sin. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. Those that remain alive are the unrepentant. Some may believe that the rapture occurred because the two witnesses and 1/3 of humanity are killed. But the seventh trumpet hasn't sounded yet. In fact, there are 7 thunders and 7 bowls which must be poured out before the 7th trumpet sounds. In addition, we can see how death doesn't necessarily mean dead. Paul let us know that when we control our urges and submit ourselves to the Holy Spirit, our flesh dies, but our spirit becomes one with Yahovah. Before I go, let's do a quick review of the symbolism used here. Horses represent a swift change. The fiery stones are angels of Yahovah. The 1/3 of the people who die are really letting go of their old ways of life to follow Yahovah. The 2 witnesses who prophesy also cause people to die to their old way of life when they speak. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to get more content just like this.